Lighting the fire.
Lighting the fire.
Only 16 minutes this time.
They're going down.
Yeah, they're getting shorter. I was wrong about them maintaining 21-minute episodes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Well, not thank God. I mean, I'm in two minds of that, because longer episodes means they can actually fit more in, but on the opposite side, it's more suffering.
Yeah, it's like we've been arguing for like longer episodes for years now, and now they're actually longer. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
We didn't know what we were asking for.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, who's ready to go?
I am prepared.
I am.
I think I'm just about all set.
On the count of,
Splog.
when I say go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Splog.
Birdie.
Birdie, no.
Birdie, no. That's why Crow wasn't in the first 2 volumes.
Why?
He almost
right.
died from that.
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
So does Yang why does Yang wear gloves on her robot arm? Does she just not like it?
Why did Luke Skywalker?
Maybe she just has 2 gloves. Maybe she just doesn't like being wasteful. That sounds like something that would define Yang, not wanting to be wasteful. Because why else would she be triggered by water? Tom, you missed last week's? Do you wanna say anything about last week's episode?
The
Did you see it?
reveal
You saw it, right?
The Oscar reveal was surprisingly one of the better reveals.
Yeah, I thought it was
that we've had.
consistent with what
Yeah.
we knew.
I mean, I have questions, obviously, but as far as other reveals they've done the last couple volumes, I think that was actually one of the better ones. So, yeah, I was pretty okay with it.
Whose reveal, sorry? Ozpin's or?
Ozpin's, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Sounds like somebody just did a farting noise into a microphone.
Alrighty, let's just do this.
Yep.
Count of 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sweet.
There we go, that sounds better.
Yeah, it didn't sound like somebody farting into a microphone that time.
How much further, pal?
Wait, how did he get to the gas station if he has to do the ride with her? What was his original ride?
Bit of a walk. Yes.
Probably, yeah.
I like that he's still missing a tooth.
I'm hoping I'm lined up.
He just ran off into the trees.
Yeah,
Yang just pulled down her glasses.
Okay,
She
yeah.
shook her
Yeah.
head. She took off her glove. She took off the rest of her clothes.
I'm slightly ahead then.
I'm slightly behind, I guess.
Wait, her jacket? Those things didn't come off her jacket?
You know, in hindsight, letting him run away to check things out is a stupid idea.
I can't believe you were dumb enough to let me lead you here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, really?
Oh, hey, look. Cutie.
Is that Dragon Ball chick?
Unless you count the whole rest of the camp back that way.
That way.
She just does not care.
Now to pay me back for this tooth, we're gonna take your bike.
Shut up, Bakugo.
You're gonna take your lumps.
Dude, last time you fought her, she punched you so hard you bounced around like Jason Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason. Do you really want to do this?
You got the jump on me last time, sweetheart.
I swear I saw this fight
You
scene
really
in
ought
Shrek.
You really ought to think twice about fighting all.
Oh,
doesn't
that
know.
changes
Whoa,
everything.
her arms move slightly.
Get her!
You have guns! Shoot her! You shoot her!
Yay, some choreography, nice.
Yeah!
Oh, that
nice.
was good.
Yeah.
I don't think that arm's gonna be much of a shield. Okay, this is more like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
This is the Ruby we know and love.
Where we can actually see the action.
Damn.
Wow.
You had one shot. Oh, it jammed. That's why.
Your gun only had 2
Yeah,
bullets?
why did he only have one shot in his gun?
What?
Okay then.
Nice.
I see he's taking advice from Kacha.
Oh, good. Okay.
Bit of the,
Bit of shakes.
PTSD.
I'm her daughter, after all.
Yeah, you couldn't tell that from like. the
Well,
exact
Raven's
same
got black
face
hair
and
Yang
hair.
has blonde hair, which should mean that she
You're dead.
dyes her hair, right?
Douchebag.
This is still a lame plot point.
God.
Now this is not good action.
It's like watching a Jigglypuff fight a Clefairy.
Oscar's picking up on this stuff fast.
Faster than you, kid.
That's adorable.
Yes, I did it!
Oh god, what is with these camera angles this volume?
You forgot to engage your aura again.
Wait, it's an active?
Engage your- what?
That's one of the things that people were talking about on Twitter.
Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do.
Or a year, apparently.
Or just kill him right now.
I could totally beat you if I had maiden powers.
What the shit?
What?
Ouch.
Man, it
This
would
was-
be so great if I had superpowers right now. Or was really fast.
It takes intense concentration at first, but in time it will become second nature,
What?
What?
allowing you to deflect attacks and gradually heal your wounds.
Ren kinda was always the aura guy. Like, they used him to explain aura in, like, season 1.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ruby moves super fast. Electricity
Oh
makes
my
me
God.
stronger.
Wait for you to
Then
explain this
connect
5 volumes
emotions,
in.
and John
I can't do it.
John's like you.
John's like you, a fucking loser.
John's like you, he's also useless.
Wait.
Oh my god, he's short.
Come on. Ruby!
Why is he so short?
Consummate this ship. Start this ship, not with him. Not between you and Oscar, but between John and Oscar.
Jean is like 3/4 taller than this small boy.
I know he's 18 to 14, but still, that is a large height differential.
Some say your personality and character can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around.
His semblance is a part of who
Oh
you
my
are.
God.
Is that why Jean has no semblance? Because he has no personality?
Guys, they're doing it. They're getting into the philosophy of semblances. Oh my god.
Struck by lightning, didn't die. Crazy Thursday.
She got hit by lightning on a Thursday. Thursday. Motherfucker.
You know what we need? A semblance finding. I don't know, we'll call it the Semblance Mark Crusaders.
Oh my god.
I just don't understand what's wrong with me.
Oh
Train, I
shit.
meditate. Don't worry.
So Osman can just do this at whim
What
now.
the
He doesn't
fuck?
even ask permission. He just goes boom, takes over. Assuming direct control.
Okay, that's a quiet moment we've needed a long time coming. That is
Okay, yeah, that was an alright scene.
But we needed that scene like in volume 2, for the record. Yeah, we needed that scene almost in volume 1.
Wow, you're all so angry at me. I didn't do anything. Oh wait, no, I beat up half your tribe. Never mind.
Yeah, she looks just like, I think her name is Cauliflower from like Dragon Ball Super.
don't
The one who turns into Bro.
Yeah.
Totally looks like her.
Hi, Miley
Hello,
Cyrus.
Discount Mercury.
That's the douchebags.
Oh, what?
I would laugh if she just walks right past Weiss's thing.
And doesn't even
but
say
did-
anything.
Yeah, it doesn't even stay.
Oh yeah, and she can summon on her own now, which is like without a weapon, which is kind of dumb.
Operation Tiny Iceman, let's go.
Wait, was he not cutting her hands off? Or not off, but I mean the ropes off her hands?
I would think so. Like, you know, slice that.
But he was swinging at the bars of the cage.
That's whatever. I mean, I guess she does need to make sure that she can get out of the cage before she cuts the ropes. Otherwise, she's just gonna piss off her captors.
Why does no
Yeah,
one
that's
else
true.
wear that stupid mask? Do you think everyone makes fun of Raven for wearing that stupid mask behind her back?
Yes, I think everyone does.
Probably behind her back. Definitely not to her face.
They can't. She's wearing the mask.
Yang. So,
Sorry, I was out buying
after
cigarettes.
all this time, you finally decided to visit me.
Finally decided to.
After all of this almost dying, you finally decided.
Fuck you, bitch.
You were patient, determined, and strong enough to make your dream a reality.
Oh my god, your voice acting.
I'm having to restrain my fist from smacking a bitch.
I didn't want a fight.
God damn it.
They started it.
Well, you certainly finished it.
You passed my test.
I'm sure this is all very overwhelming.
Wow, why does everything sound like a sexual innuendo?
Okay, if it's something that's kind of bothering me about Raven, she looks the exact same age.
She has a 17-year-old daughter. She, like, basically has to be 40.
That's not why I'm here.
Oh.
Why are you here?
Ruby is somewhere in Mistral.
She's like, who?
I just need you to take me to her.
What?
Wait.
Because we're family.
That was the wrong read for that hand gesture.
Need something.
Should have been because we're family.
Because
I
we're
have to say, I'm
family.
disappointed.
Wait, you're the one who's.
Ruby was heading to Mistral, but there's no guarantee she's made it there.
Didn't she send a letter to you?
Well, I mean, how did the letter get there?
Well, she's not there to receive it, I guess. Bastard.
You could bond to certain people.
What?
You could create a portal that takes you straight to them.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes
Is that
sense.
how that works?
Yeah.
Who does she have back here that she can teleport to?
What does that mean?
It means my voice acting is not going to improve.
Ozpin is not the man you think he is.
He's a body snatcher, for Christ's sake.
I'm not going to explain anything, but trust me on this one.
Trust me on this one. Yeah.
We don't need... We'll save it for a World of Remnant, promise.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's... Like, if they have a fight, I wonder if she's going to notice the fact she's using Weiss's rapier. That would be cool. I don't
You
like
can
how
spout off
still the
whatever you
background
want.
characters are.
But nothing is going to keep me from my sister.
That was the first genuine read you've given.
They are pretty still.
They're
Yeah.
pretty still. I mean, I get they're focusing on, like,
They're blinking. Some of them are blinking.
teeny tiny.
Take her away.
Take her away.
Now they're moving.
Oh, hey, Weiss, how'd you end up here?
Send me to Crow, damn it! That's enough!
We're bandits. We don't take kindly to swearing.
Is he holding his sword the wrong way?
Like,
Rotated wrong?
Yep.
Alright, no,
Oh,
okay.
no, I don't know.
No, I think he's trying to chop with it like a cleaver.
Whoa!
Damn! They animated the tent collapsing.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, Weiss.
Oh, hi, Weiss.
Yang? Weiss?
How do you know my name?
Ain't this a kawinky dink?
Well, this is awkward.
Alright, well, subtlety is...
Why is she complaining about subtlety? She's the one who yelled Yang.
Well, no, because Yang is there. And it's like,
This power gets more bullshit with each passing
Oh,
episode.
so he can grow bigger. Okay, cool. Alright. I was complaining about that the other way. It's like, why did she make him so tiny?
So he can just change size whenever he wants.
What is that? Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it. It's
Here.
Ruby, I just want to go home.
Ugh.
Aw, kidnapped me? You kidnapped her?
Are you really gonna charge? Yeah,
You
are
guys
you
are
really gonna do this?
seriously charging the giant sword wielding. Oh.
If you people don't keep it together, this
Not
place
already.
will be crawling with Grim.
And they apparently give a shit about Grim.
Yeah.
Finally, someone's smart enough to be like, hey, stop the negative bullshit before Grim show
I
up.
know, and it's another bad guy.
Well, morally ambiguous. Fuck, I can't speak today.
In my tent. Now.
Why?
Threesome. That's why.
If you're really going after your sister, then you need to know the truth.
Oh my god. Oh. Interesting. Are they going to try and play RWBY against each other?
Well, what's hilarious is if they stay, Ruby and Co. are gonna show up here eventually, because wasn't that...
Well, thank God. At least, I mean, thank God that Weiss is not gonna be a prisoner the entire.
Sorry about...
Aw. Again with
oh,
the
wow.
fucking upskirt.
Hey, a new ship. All right.
Whoa.
Oh, this is cute.
Aww. No, this is wholesome.
I missed you too.
This
This is wholesome.
is
Yes.
kind of cute, but at the same time, I'm getting a lot of freezer burn vibes.
Let's freezer burn.
They finally give a freezer burn moment, guys.
Yang and Weiss.
It's the Yang and Weiss ship.
Oh, I don't. There's so many fucking ship names I can't keep them all straight.
That was nice. I liked that episode. I thought, yeah, that episode was nice and wholesome.
Yeah, wholesome. That was
Okay, so they resolved the situation about as well as I thought they would. Or I thought they could, I should say.
they resolved the situation about as anticlimactically as I figured.
At least Weiss isn't gonna be a prisoner for the whole volume again. Thank Christ. on
Hey,
that.
we got 2 nearly fight scenes this episode.
Yeah, I mean that was.
First one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the first one was great.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I'm glad they did a little action.
Yeah.
RWBY's biggest strength as a show has always been its choreography.
Well, in recent years, it's been a bit up for debate. But
RWBY's biggest strength as the show has been
Well, okay, argue me what's their bigger strength than choreography?
Yeah, you're not wrong there. But
As normal, I'm not noticing anything immediately contradictory.
No.
activating the aura thing. Like,
Oh,
you have to focus. You have focus to activate it now. When did that become a thing?
This episode.
Well, he said initially, when you're first using it, Ren said specifically when you're first using your aura, it does take a lot out of you to get used to it. But when you are used to it, it's kind of like second nature.
But counterpoint, John used his aura without thinking about it against Cardin.
Yeah.
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 Wait, was that aura or was that a semblance? I can't remember.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, there's been some debate that might have been a semblance.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Something that I really like about this episode, it didn't have unnecessary bullshit with Blake and Sun.
I know.
Oh my god, you're right.
No, it was taking...
But a point away from that because no cat milk.
No, I disagree with that front. Like, they're listening to me. You know, they were listening to Fat Man. Now they're listening to me, who is obviously the more superior choice of intellect.
Okay, writers, listen to me now.
No,
stop with the fucking upskirts.
That's on the animators more so than anything else. Like,
they're really getting annoying to me this volume.
Stop putting characters in skirts.
You prude. I think it was 1 or 2 episodes ago that I really don't like how they tried to touch base with every single character, because that just sucked up time that we didn't need on unnecessary scenes that could have been played out in their own episode. I like how we got enough a small call to Weiss's story and how they're now connecting it back up so we don't have to jump between groups of people anymore. We can just have now it's Weiss and Yang in a scene together, which is more fun. And so we have a Weiss and Yang episode with a bit of RWBY on the side, actual RWBY's or team/group, rather than just jumping between all these different storylines happening at once. I just think it's more focused, it's cleaner, and it paces nicely.
Yeah.
I don't know the correct term for it.
Well, it's especially nice because part of the problem was that all of Team RWBY was separated. So now Weiss and Yang are in the same location, which consolidates 2 entire storylines into one location.
Yes, right. I think that's just...
So that fixes one of the major issues.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. This episode felt the best paced of them all so far.
Yeah, but it's probably because there was just, fighting in it. Like, you actually feel like you're watching the right show.
Yeah.
Fighting, talking. That's like...
Yeah. I do watch the show mainly for the fighting. Because as an animator, I adore 3D fighting scenes. They're just great. I love them.
Yeah.
It's why it sucks when the show messes them up sometimes, but...
Yeah.
You know what, for the most part, I'm glad that RWBY exists, and the choreography in RWBY also exists.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they actually have people who know what they're doing after Monty died.
Yeah, thank God.
Because... I mean, I don't know if you saw Red vs. Blue 12 and 13, but those fight scenes were abysmal.
Yeah, but they were not good at all.
Well, we're 4 episodes in. That means we have 10 episodes left of the season.
RWBY has always had a formula where episode 6 is when shit goes down.
Yes?
Yeah, and then episode 8
Episode 8 is when it escalates. And then episode 10 is the grand finale.
But what about episode 12 then?
No, I think episode 10 is when it becomes painfully clear what the finale will be.
Well, yeah, it just kind of keeps escalating from 8.
Yeah, that I agree with. Yeah.
So the question is, will the expansion in episodes change that dynamic?
Well, the episodes are so much longer. They're probably going to try to squeeze in 2 finales this time.
Shit.
Yeah.
A double finale.
Yeah, they're making up for lost time. They're like, oh crap, we did nothing in the first 3 volumes. We have to do 2 things this volume. which I would appreciate.
I mean, everybody's starting to converge on Raven's location right now, because Cinder's supposed to be going there soon, and RWBY will probably be meeting up with them at some point.
Yeah. RWBY and Crow team plan was to go find Raven, which is why I found it funny. They were going where's RWBY? Oh, you'll have to go find her, and they would be going to Raven's place.
Okay, Gaon, didn't RWBY send Yang a letter?
She couldn't have possibly gotten it.
Yeah, but she wasn't there to get it.
Yeah.
Well, Yang was already on her way.
Tai Yang probably got it and was like, oh, those kids.
Yeah, no.
So, is Tai going to be like, oh, shit, then where's Yang going?
How did they deliver the letter? It would have been the same amount of distance that they already covered.
Dude, Fat Man, at this point, nothing makes sense when it comes to distances and times.
The postal service in Vale is amazing.
But all air traffic was banned.
They have the mailman from Wind Waker.
They'd have to take another Blake boat to get the letter
but
to
we
them.
know that the scrolls are at least working. Why didn't they just send each other an email?
Because the network is down.
But people have been clearly showing using their scrolls.
Yeah, it's local.
No. This is consistent. Remember the rule: no one goes in or out of Mistral ever again. Ever.
Except the mail.
You learned our lesson the first time.
The mail has a teleportation semblance like Raven. It just teleports packages in and out.
The mailman has a teleportation semblance, just like Raven's unique teleportation semblance.
No, the mailman is the mailman from Wind Waker.
The mailman is the strongest warrior in this entire...
The mailman is the real hero of the people of Remnant.
Yes.
What? Man, it didn't seem to be too much else. Okay, so the Spring Maiden powers are just as underwhelming as I thought they would be.
Wait, Spring Maiden actually showed power?
But she had lightning, just like...
Yeah, she summoned a thunderbolt down.
I thought that was her using Weiss's weapon.
No, well, maybe, I don't know. I don't think she would have tuned to it that quickly and would just use her maiden powers.
It seemed like the same thing that the Fall Maiden used.
Oh yeah, because Amber had lightning.
Why even bother differentiating the maidens if like their powers seem exactly the same?
That's what I've been saying! Why the fuck are we doing the four mains thing if they all have the exact same powers?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, okay, who have we seen? So hang on, I forget. Which maiden? So
we've seen Fall and we've seen Spring.
Cinder has Fall.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Spring, right? So they all seem to control the elements in some way. It would be nice to see if Winter and Summer have fire and ice powers. That would be cool.
Well, Amber had fire powers.
No, Cinder has fire powers.
Uh.
Fall had lightning, but so does Spring.
Which why Fall has fire powers is absolutely beyond me.
We already know that. Yeah, Fall had fire powers.
This is getting way too convoluted. Regardless, at least they established that they're powerful, because I imagine that regardless of your aura, getting struck by fucking lightning is going to sting. Unless you're Nora, of course.
Yeah. Who got hit on a fucking Thor's Day?
I know. Greek mythology exists in RWBY.
She got hit on Thor's Day! God damn it!
That line, like, Nora in this episode was spot on. I thought.
Nora was fine, yeah.
I guess.
I mean, Nora's generally fine 95% of the time, so.
No, I don't. I don't agree. I don't like what they're doing with Nora.
What do you think they're doing with her?
They're turning her into Pinkie Pie.
She was already Pinkie Pie, dude.
Into what?
She was, but they're turning her into Bad Pinkie, where she just...
True, where she's just kind of a goof all of the time.
Where she just breaks the fourth wall with a wink and a nod. It's like...
Season 4 Pinkie.
Essentially.
I like that these guys had the balls to fucking charge a giant armored man with a greatsword the size of a skyscraper. Like, guys, you're literally charging it in an arc. How do you think this is going to end?
Maybe they were like, she's a Shnee, her powers are bullshit, charge.
I'm willing to bet that that's an illusion!
It's gonna be an illusion when your head's going through the wall.
It only busted through an entire cage. Also, it was weird because, like, when Weiss summoned the thing, it jumped out of her hand and then swung around at the bars of her cage.
Well, no, she said subtleties out the window, so I think what she was having it do was she was trying to have it cut down the bars.
I think that was a poor camera shot.
No, the thing swung at the bars of the cage before she said subtleties out the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think she was trying to break out, and then Yang kind of ruined it.
But then we cut back to her and her ropes are cut.
I think that was a poor camera shot and that she was actually trying to cut her, like, rope hands, free. And then try and... Because she doesn't need to cut through the bar. She can just make him bigger and then just, like, blow the roof off.
Well, she was trying to be subtle. That was the thing. She was trying to subtly get out.
How far would subtlety work is what I'm asking.
I don't know. She probably didn't think that far ahead.
Well, I mean, if she sneaks away... then she wants to be subtle, so that they look for her immediately.
I mean, can't like her manifestation pick up physical things?
Don't know.
I mean, if logic stands, if the sword can cut through physical things, it means that he can at least interact with things physically, like open a door or something. Why didn't Vice just have the big soldier guy, like, fucking shot put toss her over the fence? Like, yeet! And just chuck her ass.
Well, yeah, because she can ride the sword.
So it's not a ghost. It's more of a... Yeah.
He can literally just slingshot her.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
That is the case.
Like, that's like the best mode of transportation, having a giant sword-wielding dude.
Well, no, actually, now that I think about it, why this makes sense is that she had to get her sword back, didn't she? So that's why she wanted to be subtle.
But why does she have to get her sword back if she has dude to do all of her bidding?
Because she wants the sword, man. She's trained as a rapier.
Trained with a rapier.
Like, she's kind of like RWBY. Without that armored dude and without her sword, she's pretty much useless.
Because I don't think Weiss is going to be getting to hand-to-hand anytime.
But she doesn't have to. She's got dude.
Yeah.
What is she gonna? Is she gonna throw a punch?
In what situation would she not want to have giant sword-wielding golem of death at her side? Name one instance where you don't want that, especially when he can change sizes at will. What kind of limit does she have on this power?
Yeah, like
she doesn't seem to be taking any strain from it.
Right now, she's stuck to one dude, and it takes a little bit of time to set him up.
But that's about it.
Well, she also did a warthog.
Remember when she summoned Edgar? Maybe if it dies, she can't summon it again, because Ironwood shot the boar.
Maybe
So maybe she can't summon it again.
Oh, that's something to think
also,
about.
that means that summons in nature aren't very, like... Well, I think the right word to use is constitution. Like, they've got maybe defense, but when they actually take a hit, they just dissipate or something like that.
Or, like, if they die, like, they're, like, a one-time... They have, like, one health bar, basically. Like, you can't, like, summon it a second time.
I guess.
My question is, what purpose would you have to summon Edgar over the night?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe they're scared of pigs.
But, like, if she can't summon Edgar again, maybe that's because Ironwood killed it.
Nah, I don't think it's like that.
But has she even tried? We don't know if she's tried or not.
I don't think it's like that. I just think that the warthog or the boar was just an in the moment reflection of how she was feeling.
But
like she wanted to just charge a bitch,
it's a thing
so she summoned
killed,
something that could charge a bitch.
She was feeling in the mood for pig.
Bacon.
Maybe that's what she thought of her father. There, that's it. Anyone else really underwhelmed by Raven's voice acting here? Like, even more so than she was in Volume 4.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
I'm underwhelmed by Raven. Like, she doesn't look imposing.
I mean, she's just, like, she's just Matt's wife. She's not an actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's the CEO's wife,
Yep.
so it's like, of course she got the role. Like, she's
It's
not based on, like, her ability to act or anything.
I guess. Maybe she was just interested in doing a role, so like, hey, here's a role for you.
the most important character in the volume. Yeah, no, here's a role for you.
When do I get lines again? Season 4 or 5.
Hello, brother. That was game over for Raven.
Okay, that was good. Great take, honey.
That was game over for Raven right there. God, she really just pisses me off.
I just think, no, it's something more about the character design than the acting, because, like, Crow, even though he looks young, he still has, like, the beard and the scruffness and the alcoholism. He can pull himself off as someone in his, like, late 20s to 30s, at least.
Yeah, like, he looks like he's someone who's, like, essentially, in shape, but his hair is...
Old enough to be a drunk uncle, essentially.
Yeah.
He's graying, he doesn't take care of himself.
Raven looks the exact same age as Yang.
I mean, all the women kind of look the exact same age in this show.
It's...
I mean, Glinda definitely doesn't look like she's older than the rest.
Okay, you have a point
Not
there.
that much.
I mean, yeah, Blake's mom also looks really young.
Oh, Callie, I guess, yeah.
No, Blake's mom has bags under her eyes.
Callie, I guess, looks her age.
I personally find attractive, but...
True. I would not believe that Raven is a mom unless her semblance is literally that she doesn't age, and Raven does not look like a mom.
They just stated her semblance.
Speaking of Raven's semblance, so they showed the portal thing in Volume 2 and 4, so I guess she can only teleport to people she has a connection to?
Yeah, isn't that what they said?
So why does she teleport to Yang in Volume 2?
Oh, it seems awfully convenient.
Because she was about to die? Did you forget that scene? Neo was about to bounce a sword off of her unconscious body.
Yeah.
No. What I mean is, how did she know to jump in at that point?
Yeah, that's a good point. Was it a matter of luck, or is she able to sense if they're in danger?
She was just sitting somewhere in her bandit cabin, like one day, I want to visit my daughter. Goes in, oh shit, what the fuck? You're trying to kill my daughter.
Maybe it's part of that whole connection thing. Maybe she just like can sense it.
So
wait, does she know when Yang's having sex then?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Why?
That's why she killed Summer, because that's a fandom theory that's going around.
Yeah,
but
it's been around for a while.
Didn't Crow say in Volume 4?
Did you know Yang lost her arm?
That's not...
Rhetorical question. I know you know.
Maybe she always is connected, whether she likes it or not, and that's why she has surrounded herself with these useless-ass bandits who she doesn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
We are connected. We'll never be alone. We walk together forever down that road.
That's a point that Yang should probably bring up. It's like, hey, Mom, I know you want me to fight for myself, but I literally lost an arm. Why didn't you come help? You can't.
Say those words exactly.
In that order, yes.
in Barbara voice, you fucking can't.
I mean, this episode was pretty condensed, or it wasn't condensed is the wrong word, but you got Yang punching dudes, you got the Oscar punching Ruby, you got the explanation of what aura and semblance is.
5 volumes late.
I really don't want Oscar to be Ruby's love interest for the show.
Oh god, please no. Please no. Please no.
I hope I really don't want that to happen, and I feel like they're gonna make it happen, but I don't want it.
That's why Oscar Jean, it's gonna happen.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
They still owe the fandom a gay character.
Ruby Oscar by itself isn't creepy. Ozpin being in his head is what makes it creepy.
No, I think that's what makes it work.
No.
No, not in a weird way. I actually think that does make it work. Because, like, Oscar, or Ozpin is like an interminable, being. Yeah. So, like, what does like anything matter to him? What does age matter to him?
It matters to the audience!
You know what'd be amazing? Actually, no. Here's how you make this work. You have them form a connection as it's just Oscar/Ozpin and Ruby, and then when Ozpin eventually integrates properly into Ozpin's soul or something, Oscar and Ozpin, like, because Ozpin mentioned that they fuse eventually and become one being. That's when it cuts off and they have a new dynamic. And like,
yeah, but will Oscar become Ozpin, or will Ozpin become Oscar is the thing. Like, someone's going to have to take control.
He'll become the abusive husband.
Mix between the two, okay.
I think a mix between the two, and they will just lose it because they're this different person with different responsibilities now. It's like kind of like becoming the Avatar, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, Ozpin has done it thousands of times, or I guess hundreds of times.
Who was the person that we knew as Ozpin before Ozpin jumped into his body?
That was Frank.
Hi, I'm Frank Pin.
Yeah, it was Dave. He worked in retail and just so happened to be a cool warrior.
These are some of the questions that I have now with this new reveal. Like,
no, it was the King of Vale. Remember?
Yeah, but would that body have survived that many years?
No, that was like one of the original ones, maybe. But
no,
like...
that was only 80 years ago. So at most there were 2 iterations between.
Oh yeah, the Great War wasn't that long ago, was it?
Crow says Ozpin's predecessor was the King of Vale. So I honestly think that the Ozpin we saw in Volume 1 was just the 80-year-old man who was inhabited after the King of Vale died 80 years ago.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, because Crow says Ozpin's predecessor.
Right, the King of Vale. But also Ozpin was around with fighting Salem essentially since the dawn of time.
Well, thousands of years. We don't know when that, but the gods were apparently around. I keep saying the gods were alive, but like, if they were gods, they wouldn't die anyway. So the gods were around. I guess this does kind of blow my theory that Ozpin is the god of darkness.
Yeah, no.
which I didn't expect to be true, but I just, thought it was cool. Yeah.
So, ultimately, this episode was probably the most solid of the season yet. The volume
so
yet.
Far.
At least I would think.
I'd say it was easily the most enjoyable of the season so far.
I'll go with that, yeah.
I don't know. I need to listen to the fucking explanation of Aura again, because...
Yeah, same.
They explained why Nora... But, so Nora got struck by lightning. Is that why she has her semblance?
That's apparently.
Or is that how she discovered it? Because they don't mention how you discover your semblance.
That's how she discovered it.
Well, they did just then. Apparently RWBY discovered it during training.
They said that you just discover it randomly.
So it is like cutie marks.
Yes, it is. It's exactly like that.
So Ren discovered it the night everything went to shit because he was under a lot of stress.
You have to find your special talent.
RWBY discovered it on training. Nora got struck by lightning.
How did Crow figure out that his semblance is just to have shitty luck?
He got a lottery scratcher one day.
Did he just accept it after a while? It's like, well, you know what? This is the only constant in my life is that I fuck up everything because my luck is terrible.
How do you quantify that as your semblance? It's weird.
He sat on a few too many chairs that broke underneath him.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What about the turning into a crow thing? How did he figure that one out?
He really wanted to fly.
He got drunk, and Raven told him he could fly.
It's like, holy shit, he actually can. My God.
Hey, I bet you $20 you can't fly off the roof.
You're on.
I'll bet you $20 to jump off the roof and try to fly.
He got really drunk and started listening to Lenny Kravitz.
Weiss already knew what her semblance would be even before she even discovered it because it runs in the family.
Right.
Blake? How would Blake find out that she can just make Naruto shadow clones of herself?
Probably she got punched by a human one day and she just ran and left a thing or something. I don't know. I'm bullshitting this, but
or maybe she uses her dark past as a physical avatar to protect herself from the pain that lies inside. Kind of bullshit.
That's edgy enough for Blake.
Yeah, that'll work. Or at least young Blake.
Crawling in my skin.
No, but seriously, just highly recommend taking this out. If any of us have future political careers, it's going to come back to bite us.